Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to give you an update of the balcony. Here's my mother-in-law plant. Forgot the scientific name. Here is it's a cherry plant and some lemon from seed. This is my ficus from cutting. They are growing really well. I pruned them recently, but they're now in need of another pruning. This one is growing a little bigger. I want to get the bigger trunk. This one is the one that I shaped into an S type of shape. Still growing. Then next here is another cut-in. I try to make some style, but came out kind of weird. This is my Tanuki experiment. It's going well. I think the trunk is kind of fusing to the old wood, and the branching is looking pretty good to my opinion. So I like the way it's looking so far. Little wire in here and there, not that much. Then right next to it, I have my cherry blossom from seed. I'm letting it grow really tall before I do some major cuts. So it's doing really well. Down here we have my Fukien tea that I repotted recently in this red pot. It's recovering. And here's my lemon tree that I pruned this one really well. It had fruits, but the fruits weren't, they weren't growing. They were not developing well. They were falling, so I just pruned it. Then here's my other cherry blossom. They're in this flower pot. They're growing really tall. I'm just letting them grow. Pretty nice develop trunk. Here's my other one, Ficus from cutting. I turned into a S shape as well. This one turned out pretty good. Used to be 3 little trunks. This is my tree from Canada. I got this one from Canada. Smoky tree, I think is called. This is my lemon tree that I thought it was gonna die, but it recovered. Next to it is my ficus, my biggest tree so far. I repotted this one in the shallow pot, and it's growing really well. Also pruned this one off camera. Over here I have my other Fukien tea and the little baby next to it. This is a cutting from that same tree. I put a little movement on that one, prune it a little bit, and it's just growing in that little small pot. And here it is, the mother tree. So the mother tree needs a little pruning. Right next to I have another cut-in. This is my other alien ficus, rescue ficus. This is my other Fukien tea from cutting. This one's growing really well. This one needs a little pot. Maybe soon, next spring. Here is that little tree that I got from the Chinese restaurant. I got a seed and I grew it, and it's growing really well. Jerusalem cherry, I believe it's called. It's poisonous. I was reading, but it develops into a really nice tree. So looking forward for that. Here is my other ficus. Has a really nice trunk. Very nice branches, in my opinion. This is my other ficus cutting. This is really tall. This is the straight trunk. It's in need of a little more pruning again. After I repotted in this blue-green pot, it just took off. And here's my juniper. I did a cut-in It has some type of disease. I don't know what it is. I keep spraying it with soap and water, and hopefully it recovers, but it hasn't shown any improvement. Down here, my kefir lemon from cutting. This is the only one that rooted, and it's growing really well. And then back there is my money tree, my little cutting, my money tree from cutting. It's really small. It has really small leaves. And I think it's starting to root, so I put it in this pot. This is another tropical plant I got from Canada. Over here, I think is my this is my pepper plant. This is my my yew or Texas or Japanese yew cutting that I got from the park, and it rooted and it's growing really well. Here's my lemon tree. I pruned this one really hard. I did it off camera. I did not record it, but if you notice my other videos, it was growing really tall. I did a trunk chop, and then that branch took off as the leader. Here are my willows, my 2 willows from cutting. I wire a little bit. I fix one of them. And then back here is my my new boxwood. This is my new Japanese boxwood, Chinese, I don't remember. I put it in this, it's lip potted in this big pot, and put some bonsai soil around it. So next spring, maybe I'll do a little root work on it. Over here is my jalapeno plant from last year that survived, and it has, I think it has 3 or 4 jalapenos. Then back here is my red maple. My red maple from seed. My apple tree from seed is also back here. It's growing really well. This is my dwarf picea. I did a little wiring on it. Here is my Spanish lime canop. Another not doing so well cherry. My Christmas cactus, or should I say Thanksgiving cactus, I don't know. My wood over rock ficus, it's doing well, growing really strong. So hopefully I'll expose more roots. Here is my Portulacaria cutting, rooted really well, so you can see roots coming out of the pot. Very cool, little tiny cutting. And then here are my other ones. This one is, I believe, yeah, no, this one is not a cutting, but it's one from the original forest. This is my maple, my sugar maple, my Yamadori sugar maple I got from the park, from the last visit 2 years ago. It's growing strong, nice trunk. Here is my other Portulacaria, nice shape, nice branches. Here is the forest. Oh no, this is the poinsettia. Yes, the poinsettia recovered really well. I almost lost this little tree. It did not like the hard defoliation and prune. It struggled, but it made it. Here is my Portulacaria forest. And back there, my other succulents that I'm growing a little, some of the leaves I rooting. It's my house leek, still there. It's almost 3 years. Just dies and grows. What else do we have over here? We have, so here's my jalapeno plant. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 peppers. Really nice cascade style, I would think. Maybe that's what it's gonna be. If I can keep it alive this winter, it'll be an mature tree. It'll have two years from seed. This is my my honey locust. I did not repot this guy, and so it's not doing so well, but it's still alive. This is the second year from seed. It's hard to keep them alive in the winter. Seedlings just don't survive. Here's my my juniper. This one I got from the store, and I put it in this pot. I haven't done nothing to it, just a little bit of wiring and one little branching and a little bit of pruning, nothing else, just letting it grow a while. It's growing a little bit, but so far so good. And what else? I think that's it for this update. This is all my trees. Soon they're gonna be transitioning indoors, and we'll try to keep them alive. I have some eggshells that I use. Just crush them into the soil, into the bonsai soil, and that kind of works. Oh, that's my avocado plant. I forgot to mention that. Big avocado leaves. Everything's doing well. Haven't lost any tree. Thanks for watching, everyone. See ya.